Thank you, friends. Dear Dr. Jayakumar, IS, my friend from Vijayawada, Ma'am Padmaja Paddy, dear friend Dr. Ramakrishna Peregu, Kalyana Chamtri Kenta, and dear Sina Sarivalsan, the organizers and fellow poets. First of all, I send you my greetings from Punjab. I was to be one among you here, but due to family circumstances, I could not attend in person. But I am thankful that at least in this e form, I am participating with you. With me, poetry is not an organized show. If you remember what happens when an operation is on, you are given anesthesia. Still, you retain some sense, but you are passive and cannot do anything. Poetry, too, is a divine operation conducted on the poet. He knows he is writing something, something is blowing, boiling inside him, yet what it is, he is unaware of it. In totality, poetry is like a snapshot taken from a moving car. The same snapshot cannot be taken again, it will be different. Sometimes it is like a fax message come from above in which you cannot make much changes. One thing is certain, you are in thrall, you are charmed, and you are not yourself while the poetic impulse is on. And those who read your poetry are also not the same after this divine encounter. So, we are going to have an encounter. People say poetry is not what you say, poetry is what it does. Poetry is what it does. So, with this brief intro, I am moving into my poem, The Great Individual. The Great Individual, which has been selected for a comparison with Donne and Rumi in a book on metaphysical poetry. The Great Individual. In the beginning, you have a future centric life. Every young boy looks into the future. But after 4 or 5 decades, it becomes past centric. You start thinking of your past. You want to make a career and make choices. But after 45, it is your choices which take hold of your life. And you start suffering for wrong choices and getting rewards for good. I find life divided into phases. We have to pay for excesses in this very life. And this very life rewards us if our actions are not amiss. Wrong to think, wrong to think that nature can be hoodwinked. You can take people for a ride, but not nature. Wrong to think that nature can be hoodwinked or outsmarted with any sophistry. Sophistry is reasoning, false reasoning. Men can be Men can be, but not cosmic forces. You can hoodwink men, but not cosmic forces. You are you. We forget this. You are you, the great individual, to suffer or gain what you are doing and have done. We often blame others and even God for our failures. Who gives credit to gods for the good that is done to you? There is so much good in your life also, but we give no credit to Gods. On computers, a readable text on computers, a readable text has behind it a strange mix of programs which make it happen. That mix of programs exists in our minds too. Our actions too have an unseen, unreadable text behind them. The number of the chassis changes. Chassis, the body of the car. The number of the chassis changes. The body parts melted, and from the same steel emerges a fresh piece. A day will come when I will finally realize that this wonderful life is, after all, a torture. Will you agree with me? A day will come when I will finally realize that this wonderful life is, after all, a torture, that these flowers and beautiful sights are a consolation, that the best has been denied to me. Someday this realization will come to me. The upside suspension for 9 months is no reward. The upside suspension for 9 months is no reward, rather an antechamber to a prison house. We have entered life. After 9 months, we have entered a prison house. Those 9 months were, you know, an antechamber. Still, we have chances to grow out of this dispensation. Still, we have chances to grow out of this dispensation. And how can we do that? Oh Krishna, oh Krishna, be with me at every step. Oh Krishna, be with me at every step, so that once I perform my duty, I shall be free. So that once I perform my duty, I shall be free. You know, Arjuna was guided by the Lord Krishna. Let us also pray for Gita, for the theory of action. We understand what we are doing, it imprisons us or frees us. Thank you very much for giving me time. All the best.